Part 1. The Invaded Room. Imagine standing in the center of a massive room, and inside this room is every single physical object you have ever purchased. Every piece of clothing, every gadget, every decoration. Look around that imaginary room. Do you feel a sense of wealth and success? Or do you feel a sudden suffocating weight pressing down on your chest? We live in a world that operates on a very simple, very aggressive equation. More equals better. We are bombarded with thousands of advertisements every day telling us that the cure for our sadness, our insecurity, and our boredom is just one purchase away. But there is a growing group of people who look at the glittering shopping malls and the endless online catalogs, and they don't feel desire. They feel exhausted. They are the minimalist minds. Today, we are going to look at the quiet psychology of minimalism and the profound secret these people see that the rest of the world ignores. Part 2. The Cognitive Weight of Objects. To understand the minimalist mind, we have to stop looking at objects as dead, silent things. In the realm of psychology, objects are very loud. Every single item you own is attached to your brain by an invisible thread of cognitive load. A shirt you haven't worn in a year sends a silent signal of guilt every time you open your closet. A dusty bookshelf demands to be cleaned. A broken gadget demands to be fixed. Even when you aren't actively thinking about your possessions, your brain is using background energy to track them, manage them, and store them. Minimalists are not trying to punish themselves by owning less. They are actually performing advanced psychological self-care. They have realized that their mental bandwidth is finite. By ruthlessly cutting the invisible threads to unnecessary objects, they are freeing up massive amounts of RAM in their brains. They aren't throwing away things, they are reclaiming their focus. Part 3. The Empty Dopamine Loop. Minimalists have also decoded one of the most toxic traps of modern society, the retail therapy dopamine loop. When you feel anxious or empty, buying a new item provides a sudden spike of dopamine. It feels like magic. But psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. The thrill of the new object fades almost immediately after it arrives at your door. The void returns, and so you have to buy something else just to feel that temporary high again. Minimalists have stepped off the treadmill. They have recognized a profound truth. You cannot solve an internal emotional problem with an external physical object. Buying a new desk will not cure your procrastination. Buying expensive clothes will not cure your low self-esteem. By refusing to participate in the illusion of consumerism, minimalists force themselves to face their inner shadows directly, instead of burying them under a mountain of Amazon boxes. Part 4. The Power of the Void. Society often looks at minimalists and pities them. They look at a sparsely furnished room and think it represents deprivation. They think it looks cold or poor. But that is because a consumerist mind is terrified of empty space. A minimalist mind looks at an empty corner in a room and doesn't see nothing. They see everything. They see a pocket of silence. They see a space where a thought can expand without hitting a wall of clutter. They see the freedom to pack a bag and leave tomorrow if they want to, without being anchored down by thousands of heavy objects. Minimalism is not about making your life smaller. It is about making your physical footprint smaller, so your internal world has the room to become infinitely large. The wealth is not in the objects you own. The wealth is in the space between them. Part 5. Becoming the Gatekeeper. If you feel overwhelmed by the physical and mental clutter in your life, you do not have to throw everything away today. You just have to become the fierce gatekeeper of your own reality. Before you bring an object, a commitment, or even a digital app into your life, ask yourself, does this item deserve to take up my precious cognitive energy? Surround yourself only with things that serve a profound purpose or bring you absolute joy. Let the rest fall away. If this psychological unburdening brought you peace today, consider subscribing. We are building a space where your mind has room to breathe. Until next time, guard your space fiercely, and remember that the things you do not own cannot own you.